Ladies and gentlemen, our final inductee gets to go after Mean Joe Green, and that's the biggest perk of the night. He had a standout college career at Notre Dame, was an 8-year NFL veteran, and when he left the field as a player, he is currently recognized as one of the most successful sports talk radio hosts in the history of the format. This is Mike Golic.
Driving inside, goes around and behind almost the quarterback and gets the sack. A good play by Golic. Mike Golic, number 9.
Mike Golic is a 1985 graduate of the University of Notre Dame. He served as captain of the football team during his senior season and also wrestled for the Irish. Golic is a 9-year NFL veteran, playing defensive tackle for the Houston Oilers, Philadelphia Eagles, and Miami Dolphins.
For the Cardinals, Ernie Jones is in the number 1 receiver. Cooper thrown to the ground. Mike Golic.
To the football and fan the price away. Third down and 12. And England under pressure again and goes down again. And the Eagles have tied a club record with 9 sacks in a game. And Mike Golic has 2. First shotgun. The pressure coming. Open sack. Golic got him.
During his 7 years in Philadelphia, he began his television career with a weekly segment on The Randall Cunningham Show and received a Mid-Atlantic Emmy Award for his feature, Golic's Got It. Golic joined ESPN in 1995 as an NFL reporter and analyst for the Sunday NFL Countdown. In 1998, Golic began serving as a college football analyst for ESPN and ABC. He co-hosts Mike and Mike with Mike Greenberg, and in 2010, they co-wrote the book Mike and Mike's Rules for Sports and Life. In 2015, Golic was inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. Golic resides in Avon, Connecticut with his wife Christine. They have 3 children, Mike Jr., Jake, and Sydney.
The Gridiron Greats is proud to induct Mike Golic into their Hall of Fame.
Yes. Let's put the guy last who talks for 4 hours a day. That's the thing to do. Don't worry, not going to sit back here. Was that my exit music? This really is an honor to be in a room full of such greats. You know, Coach Ditka, I got to know as a colleague at ESPN, got to play against some great Marv Levy teams. And, of course, Joe Green was my defensive line coach in 1993, my last year in the league with the Miami Dolphins, and so many other great players. Matt, you said you didn't belong up here. You went to 6 Pro Bowls. My highlight, I have 3 interceptions. If you stopped there, it would sound good. 3 interceptions by a D lineman. Every single time I got tackled by the quarterback. And we all know the quarterback's the worst athlete on the field. Sorry, Don, sorry, Dan, but you know what I'm talking about. This truly is an honor on what the Gridiron Greats is doing and will continue to do. And I got into this and involved in this through the help. It was actually Don Horn who had heard me on the radio talk about injuries I had had and trouble I had had. And he led me to Candace and Arba and Megan in the group from Premier and helped me with my shoulder and with my knee. With their stem cell and now wellness center, a new one going up in Arizona. They're going to be going up in a lot of different spots. But what that's done for me is physically it's made me feel better to get in the best shape of my life I've been in a long time. That was help to me. So this is where we are, and this is what we need to keep doing. So we talk about Premier and the others as partners. I think we talk about them as teammates because it was brought up by Nate as far as trusting the guy to your right and the guy to your left, or the girl to the right, the girl to your left. Trusting that person. That's who we're doing this for. I had on the show one time one of the great offensive linemen of all time, John Hanna from the New England Patriots, Pro Bowler. Yeah, great player. My brother Bob was drafted by the Patriots and practiced against John and said John flipped that switch and was an absolute nutcase on the field. Feared. I had him on the show and I said, John, what motivates you on the field? And he said, fear. I said, fear? I said, you're one of the most feared people in the league. What are you afraid of? Letting down the person next to me. Every single play I play, I don't want to let down that person next to me, on either side of me, on the other side of the ball. That's what we're doing here. That's what you all are doing here. And that's what we need to continue to do, whether it's on the football field. And I respect all the brothers that I played with who came before me and are playing now. I don't think we have to say the amount of respect we have for those that served in our country. There's no higher respect I could have than for you to do that. And what a difference it is, as we know, to trust the person next to you to win a football game as opposed to trusting the person next to you to survive a battle. So that's where we are. We are helping one another. Nobody thinks you need help when you're playing. But when it's over, things happen. We need to be there for one another. We need to reach out that hand to pick that person up and their family. We need to help them all. And along with that, what that can do, we can be the role model for the next generation. Because I know we see the next generation of player and all the money they make, and that's great. But you know what? And they're riding high right now. They'll have problems too down the road. So what we're doing by helping those, reaching out to those, providing the assistance, we're also showing the way for the next group. Hey, help out. There's a lot of people that came before you, and there's going to be a lot of people coming after you. So we're all teammates. The partners that help, they're our teammates. All the people who played this great game, we're all teammates. When Vince Lombardi talked about God, family, and the Green Bay Packers, quite honestly, I stop at family.